Hello, Living Water family. Pastor Mike here. I'm sitting in the spacious and beautiful lobby that was constructed during the addition that we built in 2019. And over the last 2 years, we have enjoyed having this expanded fellowship area. We've enjoyed being able to have a larger worship room and also more room for our children's ministry and also for our student ministry. And all of that came into play and was very helpful to us in the midst of the pandemic, because we've been able to socially distance people because we've had all of this additional space. And it's been 4 years since we held the commitment service at Bishop McDevitt High School for our Stepping Up campaign. And during that commitment service, our church family collectively pledged $2.2 million to move the addition forward. And over the last 4 years, many of you who weren't at that commitment service have joined us in contributing to the capital campaign, the Stepping Up Capital Campaign. And now, as we're preparing to close the Stepping Up Capital Campaign here at the end of April, I'm happy to report to you that our church family, you and everyone else in our church family, has contributed $2.17 million towards our Stepping Up campaign. That's only $30,000 less than what had already been pledged. And what you discovered over these last 4 years is there is great joy and sacrificially giving above and beyond what you typically give on a Saturday evening or a Sunday morning or online to Living Water Community Church. And now that we're bringing the Stepping Up campaign to a close, we want to continue that joy in giving that you have experienced. In order to do that, we're initiating a follow-on campaign called Together for Tomorrow. And Together for Tomorrow is going to be kind of a low-key capital campaign, but it's going to have three primary purposes. The first purpose is going to be debt reduction. 50% of every dollar that's given to the Together for Tomorrow campaign is going to go to reducing Living Water's debt. And our plan is that by 2025, we will be able to pay off the original mortgage that built the first part of this building. And by 2028, we'll be able to pay off the construction loan that came with the addition. Now, the second purpose of the Together for Tomorrow campaign is to do some campus-wide improvements and to do them without borrowing any money at all. An example of some of those improvements would be we want to build a large pavilion for our church family and for our community that would have an integrated kitchen and bathroom facilities that would be on the other side of the playground. Additionally, we want to build some ministry housing. It's something that we've desired to do for a number of years, but almost every few months, someone comes to me and says, "Hey, Pastor Mike, I'm in need of some temporary housing for maybe a week or maybe for a month." Missionaries come home and they need some temporary housing, so we want to be able to build some temporary ministry housing on our property, and that 40% of the money that will come in to the Together for Tomorrow campaign will go to specifically doing that. The other thing that we really need to do is we want to build a maintenance garage, which will be able to store all of our equipment that we use to take care of the campus here. Right now, all of our equipment is crammed into the little white trailer that we've had since we started Living Water in 2000, and it was the trailer that we used to haul all of the equipment back and forth to the elementary school. And then finally, the balance of the Together for Tomorrow funds, the other 10% would go to overseas mission projects, working with some of our missionaries in the fields, whether that is going to be drilling wells in Africa for a village, or perhaps helping with a church plant in South America, or maybe helping with a solar project in South Asia. So those are kind of the plans for the Together for Tomorrow campaign. Now, I want you to understand here, though, that we want your giving to be a joy and not a burden. So we're in no way expecting you to continue to give at the level that you were giving for the Stepping Up campaign. What we want you to do is we just want you to prayerfully go before the Lord and ask God what He would want you to do. Maybe He wants you to do 75% of what you were given to Stepping Up, or maybe He wants you to do 50%. Or 25% or 10%, or maybe you weren't given the Stepping Up campaign at all, and now He's saying, hey, I want you to give an extra $10 a week or an extra $50 a week or whatever towards the Together for Tomorrow campaign. Whatever you and God decide is what we want for you. And we're hoping that we will raise about $13,000 to $15,000 per month from the campaign. Now, we want to keep this thing very, very simple. There's going to be no pledge cards. We're not going to do any kind of commitment service. We're just going to trust that God is going to move in your heart to give. And this campaign, it's going to be not just a year long or 2 years long or 3 years long. It's going to go on indefinitely until God shows us that we should do something else. Now, how do you give to this? Well, the easiest way to do it is to give online. Hit the little drop-down box that says funds, and you pick Together for Tomorrow. And that's how you can direct money there. If you give via check, you can just write in the memo Together for Tomorrow. If you give using one of our offering envelopes, you can write Together for Tomorrow on the offering envelope. Whatever works for you works best for us. Now, some of you are asking, what if you have an outstanding balance to the Stepping Up campaign? What do I do about that? I want to meet my commitment. Well, in order to do that, we're going to keep the Stepping Up campaign kind of going in the background for the balance of the year so you can continue to give to the Stepping Up campaign that way. But the other thing that you can do is simply transition those funds over to Together for Tomorrow. Whatever works for you works for us. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to call into the church office at 717-564-5003. Ask for Patrick Bound, our church administrator. Pat will be happy to explain to you or answer any questions you might have regarding Together for Tomorrow. Thank you so much for listening. Thanks for your generosity, and may God bless you. God bless you, and we'll see you back here this coming weekend.